Bum. Told y'all he's a bum. Told y'all. They should have left Charlo as champion when they stripped him and gave it to Tim Tszyu. And Tim Tszyu was the first email champion at the time. Excuse me. Charlo would have got him out of here. But people got to understand, once you get cut over your eyes, it's over. But let me give y'all the proper introduction. You're now tuned in to All Facts, No Opinion Sport Podcast. I'm your host, 1-3. You hear me, Farm Boy Louis 1-3. You want to listen to some new music or up and coming artists, go to my second page, which is my first page, my music page, Farm Boy Louis 1-3, or Punch in Louis 1-3, and you can check me out. You can check my music out. But listen, I ain't gonna let nothing marinate. We're gonna get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. Tim Tszyu was ass. I told y'all that. I told y'all that before Canelo and Charlo fought, and they was trying to force that fight on Charlo. Oh, he's not that, and I said that before the cut. Now, Tim Tszyu is going to be the new David Reed. He's the new Australian David Reed. If anybody know anything about David Reed for Philadelphia, the Olympian, David Reed was a monster. He was a monster till he got that cut. Then he had to get surgery on his eye, and then it always fucked him up because every time a person touched that eye, it opened up. Either they got swole like a hematoma or that shit just opened up. If David Reed would have never had that cut, he probably would have been the first Floyd Mayweather before Floyd. You understand me? Everybody knew who David Reed was in boxing. Shout out to David Reed, but I'm just using that as an example. Once Fendora gave him that cut, that shit opened. And I was telling my son this earlier too. When Tank told Frank, he said, "Look at them cuts. Like, you just started and you already got cuts on your eyes. I'm gonna open them up." And when I was a kid growing up, it was a lot of things we couldn't do. It's like like what Muhammad Ali used to do when he used to throw the punch, then twist it. Like he'd throw the jab, then twist that shit. Like, and when you once the glove hit your face and you twist it, it used to give you cherries or it used to cut you. You feel me? Especially people that had cuts, we used to come in the ring and just throw it, just twist that shit, and they shit used to open right up. We couldn't do that back then in the 90s. They wouldn't let us do that in the gym. You couldn't do that in fights and stuff. I was like, oh, Muhammad Ali was doing it, but it just was weird. I mean, certain pills you couldn't take. Anything that enhanced your performance. Even if you snorting coke, Adderall, you couldn't take none of that shit. I remember the first time, because when I was growing up, my father, my mother, my uncles, and my older brother, they taught us how to fight. So, when you in the hood, you fighting southpaw first, because we leading with our right hand. So, when we lead with our right hand, we think, oh, you're right, you gotta lead with your right hand. But my left got so much power, it just was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I was lefty. But when Padman and my father and my uncles and Padman, they made us switch. Now, I'm gonna be real, it was hard the first time when we went orthodox. I'm like, what the heck? And then something in my mom was like, yo, don't worry about it, just practice. Just work on your left. And then, when I was in juvenile placement, I remember, shout out to Leon. It was a staff member named Leon. And he used to watch me play basketball. He used to like me playing basketball, because any sport I play, you're gonna love it. When you see me play, you're gonna be like, damn, that little motherfucker can play. You always say work on your left. I had a record, so I'm like, man, when I get home, I'm going to the Euro. But I'm gonna keep it real. At that time, bro, I was 13, 14 years old with a whole neighborhood. I owned a whole block in the neighborhood. In 97, I had my first block. From 98 to, from 99 to 2002, I had a whole neighborhood. And mind you, I'm 13, 14, 15 with all this shit. You know what I mean? Being respected by high-ranked gangsters in the city. But my family, during the time, my older brothers, they was out running around. But I never, when I would grow up, and I moved to a Spanish neighborhood, a Puerto Rican neighborhood, I had a lot of fights because we couldn't speak Spanish, or we ain't know Spanish, so we had a lot of fights. And my family up there, so it was something different. And then I go down the block, I got my cousin Bert. If you look up Albert Jose de Jesus Bert. Know what I mean? Lil Bert for Philadelphia. My cousin Bert, he was killing everybody. Then I ain't glorifying it, no. I'm just letting people know. That nigga was smoking everything. Look him up. You can look him up. You can go online, look him up. Bro, this nigga trying to escape from jail and everything. He got downstairs and everything. They went upstairs. They tied all the guards up in the visiting room and everything. My cousin was crazy. But now he just got off death row. He giving back all these life sentences. The nigga had multiple life sentences, man. But I'm telling you, he used to ride around in the Banshee. The nigga had an AK-47 with a strap. No shirt on, no jacket, broad daylight. I don't give a fuck if it's cold or hot. That nigga on the Banshee with that big ass AK-47 wetted out his mind. But he was like, he really was down and shit. You know what I mean? And just by growing up seeing that, and people were like, oh, that's Bert cousin. Oh, that's Naheem. That's Nas' little brother, Lou Diamond's little brother. And then they started seeing like the black side of my family. They was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. But we used to always rumble a lot. And then when we came up here, that's how my orthodox style, I got super duper nice. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. Like, in Philly, we always rumble like this. So we'd be like this. You know what I mean? Like, we'll move our body back. You know what I mean? We'll move our body back. And that's naturally the Philly show. You know what I mean? It's naturally the Philly show. You know, we was already as kids doing shoulder rolls and shit. You know what I mean? Like, the whole Philadelphia was like that. You know, just growing up as a kid, you had to fight. I don't give a fuck where you was at. You go to juvenile placement, you had to fight. Everything was fight, 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 fight. I don't care, you know, and me, I always been the littlest nigga. And everywhere I went, every placement, I'm gonna be, my little brother was with me. Our first bed together, like in 98. We in school, we in a badass school called Daniel Boone in Philadelphia. You know, we went to school every motherfucking day. But we got kicked out. I got kicked out of Stetson. You know what I mean? When they kicked me out, they kicked my little brother out because they was like, if his little brother here, he's going to keep coming up here beating people up. I had 22 aggravated assaults. And I remember this shit like yesterday. I'm in a principal. I chased the principal and everything. My mom cracking the fuck up at the time. You know, I had 22 aggravated assaults. But when the parents came and they saw me, they was like, what the fuck? You let this little ass guy hit you? And that's what it was. But as I got older, you know, I went to Boone and shit. You know, at the Boone, my aunt and my grandma came and got us. Me and my brother, they're like, yeah, y'all gotta go to court. We got fuck. I ain't fighting no case. So when we take us to court, when we get in the car, my grandpa bitching. He mad as shit. He like, man, why the fuck y'all doing this to these boys? But he's saying it in Spanish. Now, mind you, we don't know Spanish, but we can understand it. So I'm understanding. I'm like, oh, they about to put us away. So when we get to the courthouse, we like, what the fuck? We walk in G court. Soon we walk in there. I remember this shit like yesterday. I seen my little cousin, Geronda, her god sister, Japan. I see Japan sitting there crying. So I see Japan, I see Heidi. I'm like, what the fuck going on? So Heidi, oh, look at you on the board. Give us a hug and shit. Looking just like your dad. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck going on? And then they put us away. They cuffed us. And, yo, right in front of my, they cuffed us. We walking outside cuffed up. They put us right in the van and took us right to the motherfucking placement. Now, they took all three of us to the same placement. So when we get there, we like, damn, they got girls up here? So we sitting up there and shit. Then they give us a bag. We walking down. So when me and my little brother walking down, the first cottage you pass is Lincoln Cottage. My homie's in that joint. So my homie was like, what the, oh shit, they got my young boys up here. Hey, John. They was yelling my name. I'm like, who the fuck is that? It's Miro. And then, this is no lie. PIP, my guy Pete. Miro told, because they in the same joint, so Miro told Pete. Pete was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know how this shit, them niggas came down. Yo, they my little cousins. And bro, my homies that was growing up with me, they all was there. You know what I mean? And then my man, he used to always make me fight. He didn't make me fight. He used to always tell the little niggas, I want y'all to act up now. My guy here. And one day, boy wanted to slap box me and shit. Tony Rome from West Philly from the bottom. I remember that shit like yesterday. They were like, yeah, Rome got hands. My man Wells was like, oh, you think he got hands? Hey, go get my guy. And I'm just sitting there. I'm talking to him, sitting there with my hands in my pocket. And Rome talking. So I'm like, just throw your punches, bro. I'm gonna keep my hand. I'm gonna beat your ass with my hands in my pocket. And he, man, I did all that shit. Boom, 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 boom. Put that shit right back in my pocket. They was like, damn. And it always been from there. You know that. But then from there, I ain't have a fight. And that was 9-9. Last time I ever put my hands on somebody after that, no, at 9-9, 2000, I put my hands on people. But I'm talking about like in the prison, what was 2003. I gave somebody something. Now, I took it as they try to play me. You know, a guy asks for a cigarette, I give him a cigarette. You know what I mean? So now he owe me commissary. Commissary done, it's commissary day. The nigga ended up going to court, so he told us and the guards to grab his commissary. His celly got it, so his celly holding it. I guess they had it planned. So whatever, they stole the nigga bag. So Boo Boo come out like, yo, they stole my celly bag. So I'm like, yo, this nigga owe me $25. I'm not hearing that shit. So what I do, I go out and collect the bag worth of $25 to $30. So when the boy came back, I'm like, yo, I know you fucking owe me money. Your celly say your bag got taken. Well, I'm here. Here go a $30 bag. So we is about to send him the fuck out. Now I mean, my other man, shout out to Dro about to come home. You know, he got multiple bodies. He about to come home though. Get that time back. He about to send the nigga out. And I'm like, nah, bro, nah. So I had to talk with the boy. I said, bro, now I took the whole $30 bag back and I smacked the shit out of his celly. Boom. Know what I mean? When I smacked the celly, that shit sounded like a gunshot. And that nigga just sitting there. All you see my little ass handprint. Boy, blacker than a motherfucker. You see my handprint on his face. And I'm like, yo, why you gonna do some corny ass shit like that? Now, I mean, then I started telling the bull, I'm like, bro, everything I just did for you, you think I'm trying to take your shit. But hold, let me tell you something, motherfucker. Is you trying to play me? That's when my mans and them jumped out of character. They pulled out swords. And he was like, nah, John, it ain't like that. It ain't matter of fact. I just took the bag. I'm like, man, I got this shit together. This is my bag, nigga. You owe me that. Fuck you, go hungry. Know what I mean? But at the end, the nigga still was eating every night. That's why I was like, yo, hold the fuck up. This nigga got their bag, man. They schemed us the whole time just to get a pack of cigarettes. But it was cool, though, because I was feeding niggas. You know what I mean? But it was cool, though. You know? Shit crazy. But yeah, let's get back to this Tim Tszyu shit, man. You know, me personally, every time I seen them, I was like, yo, Tim Tszyu ain't. See, me, I see fighters. I know an anomaly when we got one. Like, Jerron Boots Ennis is one of them, yo. Boots Ennis is one of them. I promise y'all he's one of them. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fill your head up with some bullshit. That boy is one of them, and he's super duper nice, man. And people need to give him the respect that he deserves. You know, I be tired of people coming on here and be like, oh, Jerron Boots Ennis, he ain't fight nobody. I watch another person saying, oh, he ain't beat no champion. Bro, Sergey Lipinets, when he fought Sergey Lipinets, right? Sergey Lipinets was a champion. He was the IBF champ. You understand me? He was an IBF champion. He was a champion. An IBF champ. On top of that, an Olympian. Boots was the only guy to floor him, to knock him out. Boots was the only guy to floor him and knock him out. So yes, Boots beat a champion already. Boots got over 10 undefeated fighters he beat on his resume. Then on top of that, the 10 fighters named, they are top guys in his resume. See, y'all go by these commentary fighters. Like, for instance, Madrimov his ass. Who did Madrimov fight? Madrimov his ass. But let Bud tell you, Madrimov, the best fighter in the world with 10 fights. And if you watch him fight, he ass. He's ass. He's super ass. You understand me? Madrimov super ass. He's not nice. He's not nice. He swim like he breaststroking. He fight like he's swimming, like he breaststroking. All you gotta do all day, stay on your pivot, sidestep, switch, sidestep, boom, boom, come back, boom, boom, sidestep all day. Beat the shit out of Madrimov, get him out of here all day. But people who's really not gifted, you understand? Especially trainers. You are who your trainer is. That's why when you hear, that's why I love these two coaches to death, man. When you hear Calvin and Bozy, even, rest in peace, Mike Stafford, even Mike, Coach Cutting, all of them, ask them. They're going to tell you. When we're training our fighter, they're going to resemble our style. So that's when Coach Calvin tell the world, I need y'all to test Tank. Why? Because when you test Tank, you're going to bring the best out of him. which is me. The best you're going to bring out of him, which is me. He's fighting just like me. I gave him my style. When you watch Earl Spence fight just like Derrick James. Go watch any Derrick James fight. You're going to see the resemblance. You're going to be like, damn. Know what I mean? When you watch Bozy gave you 3 different styles from all 3 of his sons. 1 offense, 1 defense, and Boots the total package. Farad, Pooh, and Boots. He gave y'all Farad defense, Pooh offense, Boots the total package. Offense, defense, he's the total package. You know what I mean? That's what your trainer is going to give you, and that's what they give you. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. You know, just like shout out the old head they used to train George Foreman. Monster. Customado was a monster, but he made Tyson a monster. You understand me? He made that motherfucker a monster. When you look at the Charlos, you see how Jermell changed the Derrick James style. You know what I mean? Rodney Shields had them niggas do. See, Rodney, look at Dave Morrell. That's Rodney Shields. All right, we understand what he got, but once you turn pro, that's Rodney Shields. When you look at Andy Cruz and how he's sitting and doing things, that's Bozy. You know, unlike Sky Nicholson, the girl, I would love to see Bozy trainer. And she ain't got to change nothing up. Don't listen to none of these fighters like Sean Porter and I'm telling you, she ain't got to change shit. She nice how she is. She is in and out. All the amateur shit. No, boxing is hit and not be hit. You understand me? A counter puncher is different. Now, I mean, every time a person throw, you catching and shooting. You countering. Or you just going to be a brawler. You just going to go in there on some Keyshawn Davis shit and just rumble, you know what I mean? You want to be a brawler, but there's 5 types of fighters, you know what I mean? As long as you can master all 5 styles, can't nobody beat you. Especially if you can master all 5 styles and then go to a gym and the person in the gym see, like, yo, you ever been to a gym? You be like, nah. He like, oh, I got one. I got a natural. I got a naturally gifted champ. I got one. You know? I tell my sons this, the kids in my family, like, yo, y'all don't know what gift y'all got. Like, bro, y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know what type of gift you got, man. You got to go out there and put that shit together and make it go. You feel me? But like I say, I told people a long time ago, Tim Tszyu is not that. He's not that. And I'm saying the same thing about Bud Crawford. He's not that. Nah, I never said Bill was going to beat the shit out of Better V. I never said that. I said I want to see how Bill will take Better V's shot. You know, but if it go to distance, you know, he can win. But when I was watching the fight, I'm like, it was a Better V fight. It was a close fight, you know. I respect it because, you know, Better V came in with 3 belts. Bivol came in with 1. So if it was vice versa, they would have gave Bivol the win. They would have gave him the head nod. But what I'm not liking about Eddie Hearn and them, don't do that Devin Haney shit. Just get the automatic rematch. But by Bivol going to every body sanctioning, telling him that he's going to sue, which he did, he fucked the game up. You don't do that. Now the IBF about to strip Better V if he don't fight the mandatory. A guy we don't want to see. We want to see the rematch with you. The rematch would have been automatic, man. But people be doing that faggot shit. Everybody doing that Devin Haney shit. That shit be corny. Know what I mean? But besides Better V and Canelo, who did Bivol fight? That's the key thing I be hating about these commentators, and we be watching these people. It's like, for instance, we watch a lot of people talking about, oh, go to 154. Boots need to go to 154. Everybody there. Who the fuck is that 154, bro? All 4 champions that's at 147, and even the mandatories is better fighters than the majority of the names that's at 154. The only guy that's really at 154 is Charlo. Now, I mean, all them other niggas is ass, man. They ass. And then you got another name up there, Bud Crawford, but the rest of them niggas ass. Bo Chuck, Virgil, Madrimov, Erison Lubin, he's a gatekeeper. He's a PBC gatekeeper. That's how I'm looking at him right now. And that's how Tim Tszyu gonna be. But Barkham, besides that, that's why I told her, said, if I was Boots, once he beat Karen, hey, Aubrey, Travis, I always said Tim was going to get exposed. He's nothing like his dad. But he ain't fight nobody, bro. He ain't fighting nobody. But but fuck Tim up. It's going. He like I said, he the new David Reed. You know, David Reed. Remember his eye. Every time Tim Tszyu get into a fight, that eye gonna open up. They gonna attack that eye. That's how he gonna lose all his fights. That eye gonna open up, and that's what happened to David Reed. Every time David Reed got in the ring, and David Reed was a monster, but his fights that eye. Once he got that cut in the Olympics, he came pro, fucking people up. They know that eye. That eye got damaged him, and that's what's going to happen to Tim. All Tim fights is going to be the eye. You know? And Keith Thurman, like Tim and Keith Thurman would have been it. Thurman would have got that belt at 154. Like, Thurman to beat Findora the fuck up. And I got Spence. I'm going to be real. I got Spence beating Findora. You know, Findora going to, like, he's going to keep the distance with that jab. But we all got to see how Spence come back. Because, like I said, I keep hearing between Devin Haney and Earl Spence, when they spar, they be touching the floor. Niggas be dropping them now. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney always been like that. Devin Haney been a bitch. Devin Haney been soft. But, the new Devin Haney era, when a undefeated fighter lose, he want to protest and sue. That got to get out of boxing. That need to get out of boxing. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't get robbed, bro. The better man just won. You fought his fight. You understand? Like, when you fought Canelo, you controlled the fight. That was your fight, Bivol. Like, you keeping the distance. That was the fight. But Beterbiev and Canelo, to me, when they orthodox, it's the same type style, but Beterbiev just bigger. And it looked like he ain't wanted to hurt Bivol. Every time he touched Bivol, like in the 7th, 8th round, when he threw the jab and he came over, you seen him pull back his punch. If he would have landed that punch, he would have got Bivol the fuck up out of here. But it like he pulled back. On top of that, both of them Muslim. Especially when you grow up in a Muslim country, they don't want to fight each other, so they're not going to put full force of them fighting like an American or European or African, a person from a different country. But once you're in the same religion, you're going to take the gas off. You're just going to be lenient with a motherfucker. And that's the only thing I hated about that fight. I said, damn, Beterbiev ain't like he ain't throwing full force. Know what I mean? Like, this Muslim shit gotta stop. You ain't throwing full force. Because I bet you was fighting anybody else. You hit a nigga. Like, you hit Lonnie B. You see what happened to Lonnie. Like, you shitted on himself. Know what I mean? But, he tried. I agree. I always said Tim was ass, man. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't give a fuck who fight him. He ass, man. But especially with that cut open, that shit over. Now, what's next for the world? What's next for us to see? You feel me? Devin Haney, you want to come back? Teofimo was open for the fight. I love to see Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, because ain't nobody ducking Dev. Dev ass. Dev is the new Glass Jaw Joe. And you know who Glass Jaw Joe is? Look up Mike Tyson Punch Out. That's Devin Haney. A.K.A. Devin Khan. Or Amir Haney. We're going to call that nigga Amir Haney. Devin Haney is the new Amir Khan. Devin Khan or Amir Haney. Y'all got to choose. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. We're going to name him Amir Haney or Devin Khan, because he's the new Amir Khan of boxing. That shit over for Dev. It's over for Dev. I promise y'all it's over for Dev. But yeah, it was a robbery last night. Soon the PBC card opened up, that first fight, bro, was, man, they was getting that shit in. You said Madrimal beats the shit out of Tim Tszyu. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Every time Tim Tszyu fight, that eye gonna open up. So it's over. That's what I said. He the new David Reed. That shit over. And Madrimal for bum. Madrimal for fucking bum. I've been watching all 10 of Madrimal's pro fights. That nigga ass. I even watch him in his amateurs, pro amateurs. He's ass. He still got the same fighting style. Like he's fucking swimming for the Olympics. Like he breaststroking. Bro, you know how many niggas I fought like that in? That's why I say, Bud, you probably from Omaha, but Omaha ghetto ain't nothing like Philadelphia, bro. Like, nah, y'all ain't got it, cause it's y'all, nah, bro. Cause you seen them type fights growing up your whole life. Nigga coming forward, it's like on some Madrimal shit, bro. You from the rip, you sit back, boom, boom, go the fuck down all day. Go down, you sidestep it all day. God damn, what up? What up? I'ma be real, Madrimal gonna beat Tim. That shit, hey, Trav, that shit over for Tim. That nigga eye open up. Even if his eye ain't open up. That nigga still ass. He ain't his dad. I keep telling people that. Nigga ass, man. That nigga ass. I never liked it, Tim. If that's right, if Charlo would have never fought Canelo, he would have beat the shit out of Tim. He would have got Tim right up out of here. Tim ain't that. And I agree with you. I got Madrimov beating him. Why? Because Madrimov gonna come on some rough shit and he gonna open that motherfucking eye. I got to go back and watch Madrimov fights. Y'all wanna see the difference. Y'all gonna be like, man, how you let this bum ass nigga take you 12, bro? You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit be crazy. The people be like, oh, come on, Madrimov for sparring Bivol. And he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't doing nothing. And if I was Jerron Boots in this, soon he get this victory on the 9th, force the IBF to fight Buckham for the IBF title at 154. You can get him out of here. And that boy, I've been watching these fighters for a long time, and people finally see him and be like, oh, boy, no the fuck he not. He ass too. He just had a good performance this time around. I watch these fighters. I watch all of them. Like Abel Mendoza. I'm about to go check some footage out on him. Look up his record. You know, he 41-0 with 30 knockouts, and he at the 135 lightweight division. But he ain't fight nobody. He ain't fight no. How can I say he ain't beat an undefeated fighter yet? Just like William Zepeda. William Zepeda ain't beat an undefeated fighter yet. So I'll be looking at these fighters, but see this what I'm gonna get at, y'all. This what I'm gonna get at. It ain't about your record. You understand me? It's not about your record, because we just watched Segway that fought Shushu. That fought Bruce Carrington, Shushu. We just watched him get robbed for that fight, and we watch him get robbed 5 more times for fights just like that. We watch a lot of these fighters get robbed. Yes, he up. Thank you. God did hit that shit right on the nose. I gotta go check that out. I ain't watched that fight. I was watching some other shit. Then I ended up the PBC card came on. But I'm gonna check that joint out, because I thought I was watching that. I was hearing. I put it on. I thought I was watching it. Some I don't know, some fucking UFC shit was on. I was like, what the fuck is this? Now I just turned it off and I just waited till the PBC card to come on. But I'm gonna go check that fight out, Trav. I'm gonna go check that fight out. Because he might have been robbed. You know, like, it's too many robberies going on out here, man. Like, these judges, like, because I watched the first fight in the PBC card of Tapia from Australia, and he was fighting, I think, boy was from Venezuela or Colombia. He was from some Latin country out in South America, and he scored 3 knockdowns. It was a good-ass fight. He scored 3 knockdowns, and the other guy scored 1 knockdown, and they gave it a draw. I was like, how you gave that fight a draw? How did you give the fight a draw? The fight was a good ass fight, but I don't know, like, nah, that's bad judging. I would like to take classes to be like a judging for boxing or a rough real rap. Then the second fight was good too. Shout out my guy H Money Boxing out in Texas and shit. One of his fighters was on the card. I'm not mistaken, I forgot his first name, but Talis was nice. Even Gonzalez was nice. Gonzalez, like the first couple rounds, you know, like his power, he was controlling the fight. But Talis told him the game plan. He said, I'm not worried about these early rounds. I know you gas out in the late rounds, and I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of here. And that was his plan. Young Bull came in southpaw. Talis came in southpaw, looking good. When he switched to orthodox, you know, he had some success. First, I'm like, yo, in the second round, I'm like, yo, why you switch to orthodox? Gonzalez fucking you up. But then came around, like, he started putting that shit together, like, nah, I got this. And bro, that shit was a good fight. That was a good fight. Yeah, wow. I believe it. I'm gonna check it out. I believe it, man. I believe these judges be having some other shit going on, man. They be having some other shit going on. It's like they be friends with certain fighters or whatever promotional company they're fighter under. That judge is friends with them or getting paid by them. Know what I mean? Like, this shit be crazy, man. It be good fights out here. We watch good people win, and they be getting robbed, man. It's just like the guy Cameron fighting Ben Whitaker. He exposed Ben. He exposed the shit out of Ben Whitaker. And he even said it. He said, bro, every time I get my chance, man, I always get robbed with something like this. You know, it was the 5th round, if I'm not mistaken. Whitaker lost. If you see him, Whitaker lost, man. That shit, Whitaker lost. But You know, to each his own. But yeah, when Whitaker come back, we need that rematch. We need that rematch. That shit, like, he did that shit intentionally. He did that shit intentionally. When he grabbed, I do not own the copyrights to that none of that Spanish song that drove by. Like, when he grabbed him, he just flipped intentionally over the ropes. I was like, then he did that shit intentionally. Facts. Facts. I put them, if I was them, they should put the judges on a motherfucking, like in a skybox or something, because them being right there, bro, you don't know. You don't know. That shit be crazy. That should be crazy. And on top of that, they need to find something how to score. Now I mean, like, all right, something with the gloves. Like, all right, if it hit the glove, like if you throw a punch and the punch hit the glove on the screen, it'll say red. But if it landed like on the shoulder, like on the body, like right here, it'll turn green. But anything from a block, like from the glove to a block, it should be red. They gotta find something out. Now I mean, cause we gotta have better judging. Cause we be watching all these fights. You'll see a person throw all these punches, right? In the first round. Like for instance, I'm gonna use Danny Garcia and Lara, right? There's some rounds, them niggas threw so many punches, and they said ain't none of them land. And you're watching it land. That's why when I watch fights, I turn the volume down. When the volume down, I'm watching the fight. I watch it like I watch tape. I'm watching the fight. I'm watching the person head movement, his footwork, and you're gonna see the punch land clean. You're gonna see when the person get touched, if it hit the glove or it get touched. Yeah, they do. They do always see the fighter back. Fact, they can't. That's why I said it should be. I don't know. That should just be weird. Cause when I be in the amateurs watching my son fight, I be like, but at the amateurs, I seen some crazy shit. It's like, yeah, whoever gym they have, they throw in the amateur fights. They throwing like the Golden Glove fights or the Nationals in certain gyms, and you fight one of their fighters, you gotta beat the fighter. You gotta knock the fighter out, cause you can end up giving a fighter 2 standing 8 counts. I seen it, and niggas get robbed. Bro, I watched my son get robbed, but we went berserk. The gym went berserk. Like, what the fuck? How? Bro, he beat the shit out of him. How you robbed him? Nigga all beat up. And we sitting there like this. And we seen it a lot of times. We seen it a lot of times in these robberies. See, these robberies be fucking these fighters up. Because these fighters, they put they all into something. You know, especially these fighters that get robbed and nobody don't know of. Like, shout out to Cameron. Cameron was like, yo, I'm not signed to no promotional company, man. I'm not signed to no promotional company. I'm trying to get signed. And every time I get an opportunity, I get robbed. Lamont Roach did it, though. Lamont Roach, he did that shit. He was a free agent. That nigga was fighting at 140, 135, and 130. His fights at 140, fights at 135, took a loss. One came back from that loss, which he really won a couple more fights, and then went down to 130, beat a champion, became a champ at 130. Then you watch everybody in the world is, why Tank fighting a smaller fighter? Bro, if you know anything about boxing, you know Lamont Roach is taller than Tank. You know he's bigger than Tank. He campaigned at 3 weight classes. He just came down to 130 and ended up beating Hector Garcia and getting the title. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but then people bitch about, oh, but he fighting the champion. We should put respect on his name. He fighting the champion, because if he would have chose Edward De Los Santos and Edward hand fucked up, then we would have been like, oh, he's scared of black fighters again. But now that he's fighting one, it's like, oh, he fighting somebody small. Bro, they got history. Just let us enjoy the show. You know what I mean? We watched Shakur Stevens inducting. They sent Shakur the contract. We even seen Lomachenko told Shakur, I'm going to step aside so you and Tank can fight. And Shakur, who? He chose Joe Cardina. But the point I'm getting at, with free agents, a lot of free agents won't win a fight. Like, for instance, be looking at Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer went there a month or two ago, and he beat Raymond Mortella. He beat him 7 rounds. He outboxed him for 7. It was a 10-round fight. Mortella got 2. He won 2 full rounds and a half a round. Tev won 6 full rounds and a half of one. You understand me? Because the 9th round, it could have went either way. They split. But Tevin Farmer got from the rip from the beginning. He was outboxing Raymond Mortella the whole fight, fucking him up, and he burnt him. But look what happened. By you still putting on a great performance, look, fighting Williams to pay the main event over there in Dubai. Shout out my niece Poga. But that shit won't be lit. And I be on a lot. I be on in DM telling him, like, bro, don't change this. Be you. Because when he fought Jojo Diaz, I was mad as shit. Because I'm like, bro, I'll box this nigga. He can't see you. He can't fuck with you. But Tev ended up fighting his fight. And he still won and looked good. But they robbed him. And the reason they robbed him, I'm going to say that because I can tell the states don't want Eddie Hearns to win. I can tell that. And Eddie Hearns, if you can listen to this, you got the niggas. You got them. Once that nigga hand get fixed, you got 4 of them, bro. 4 of them. Know what I mean? You got 4 of them. You got Band. You got Boots. You got Shakur. You got Richard Hitchison, right? And you got Liam Pyro. Then on top of that, you still got, what's the other guy? Damn, he just came across my mind. You got Andy Cruz. You got fighters. The key thing you got to do is you got to give them the good fights. And I understand a lot of these other promotional companies because I feel it. They're going to blackball him. This shit going to be crazy. But, no, you can force every fighter you have and every title they have, and they want to go up a weight class, force them niggas to go up in that weight class. Like Boots got the IBF. Force Boots to fight the guy that beat Tim yesterday, Barkham. And once Boots beat Karen, Boots go up and fight Barkham for the IBF belt at 154. And what happened? The body sanction you in, you captured them titles from. And Boots can't go down to 140. So 147, 154, 160, 168, capture all of the IBF titles. Capture all IBF titles. Now, every person that want to unify, they got to come see you. Why? Because in 4 bodies, in 4 weight divisions, you got the IBF champ. But right now, we need Boots versus the Bull Buckham at 154 for the IBF title. Snatch that shit. Because one thing I see about the IBF, and I'm respecting the IBF, they want mandatory fights. They did it. Listen, we did it too long. Boots could have been champion. He could have been fought. Spencer became champion. Bud did the bitch shit. Nah, we forcing mandatory fights. We not no step aside. Only time we going to do step aside if y'all unifying or if y'all going for undisputed. But if you're not doing none of that, nah, we want the mandatory fights. And that's how it should be, just like back in the day. Everybody get a mandatory situation. Yeah, Herb Legend, what up? Hey, God did. I did hear about that. But that's what I was saying about Turkey. Like, Turkey ain't put on a big card yet. And that's why I'm mad at Bud. I'm like, bro, Bud, like, how the fuck you sign with Turkey? Now, I mean, like, yo, you did PBC dirty. They help you get out of that contract, and they help you file a lawsuit with these niggas. You know, Mayweather behind that situation. And then you just totally play them and go with a guy. They ain't got no fighter. How you saying Turkey put on the biggest cards when Al Heyman putting on the biggest cards? Al Heyman gave you Charlo Canelo, right? He gave you majority of every fucking fight. He gave you Bud and Spence. He gave you Floyd and Pacquiao. He gave you Tank and Ryan. Al Heyman throwing on them big ass cards. If it ain't Al Heyman PBC, it's top rank been throwing on the biggest cards since I was a fucking baby, before I was born, before any of us was born. Bob and Don King been doing this shit. And plus a lot of other promotional, shout out to Cameron Duncan that passed away, other people that was putting on shit. But Turkey ain't put on a big card yet. You know, we probably look at, you know, the Anthony Joshua and Dynamite joint over there in the UK. That shit was big to me, you know what I mean? But we talking about here in the United States, nah, nigga. Listen, bro, they threw a concert. That's what's fucking up boxing. Turkey, you got to stop that. First of all, Turkey, you got to stop biting your bottom lip every time you get around a fighter and take a picture with them on some gay shit. Because you might be a Shy Moody. I don't want to say that, but you might be a Shy Moody, always biting your bottom lip. Number 2, you ain't overpaying nothing. You understand me? Like, Terrence Bud Crawford, that's why I say something must be wrong with him. Because you're making between $6 to $8 million a fight at top rank, but your first fight with Turkey, and you saying he got the money, he pay you $2.5 million. You got to make this shit make sense. Yeah, I do not own the copyright to this dumbass song, yo. What the fuck, yo? What the fuck? I do not own the copyright to that song, so please don't give me no copyright shit. Dumbass car, yo. Begging them stupid ass. These niggas can't rap. Then they listen to these fake ass rappers. These rap niggas is rats. These niggas don't live. None of that shit they live. You understand? That's why I used to listen to Jeezy and I used to be like, what the fuck? Bro, I'm catching all these cases, nigga, and you ain't go to jail yet? Like, what the fuck? Know what I mean? Like, nigga, like, I'll be laughing like these rap, all that rap shit fake, man. They force us. One thing I learned about the entertainment business, they force you to like a rap. Sammy the Bull, El Chapo, right? Pablo West. These niggas is told. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Meech coming home, you know what I mean? But niggas is rats, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. You know what I mean? Like, they force people to make you love a rat nigga. I want to be like Pablo West, but that nigga, he told. It costed $2. I wish I was there. I would have been in there with $2. I know that the water price was like $10 though. I went to that Boots fight, man. Oh my god. I paid $42 for a small ass popcorn, a soda, and a small joint of nachos. Bro, $42 fucking dollars. Man, I would have bought $2. What? Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, that's crazy as shit. And the crazy thing is, we got villas in Orlando. My parents and shit. You know, like what's that? Kissimmee County. Yeah, you down there. Shit, damn, I wish that's crazy. $2, bro. But I like Orlando. Orlando be popping, bro. Now down that motherfucker, bro. Shit, the Walmarts was popping. I went at yo man, bitches everywhere. Nigga, that's the Walmart club, nigga. I got took it back. Where you go? I'm going to Walmart, nigga. Do I think PBC over? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, Herb. I'm gonna keep it real, God did. I think Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, man. I don't know. Is that when I watch fights? Cause I only seen one picture of Al, right? Then when I watch fights, even from back then, I'm looking like, cause you know Al Heyman. Once Floyd Mayweather left Jay Prince, Al Heyman became his manager. And Al Heyman he been with Floyd forever. You know, during the time when Floyd was signed to Golden Boy, all them years, for like 10, 11 years, Al Heyman was under him. You know, Al Heyman, like, one thing about Al Heyman, I learned about Al Heyman, his family, his parents, they're some rich people from Ohio. But how he got his money and his start in the game, I want y'all to look this shit up. Thriller. The Thriller concert. The Thriller concert. This motherfucker back again with this corny ass song, man. Corny ass song, man. He became a billionaire off Thriller. I want y'all to look this shit up, yo. This shit gonna blow your mind. He was a concert promoter. That's what Al Heyman is. I even watched Dre mention him. I'm like, Drake mentioned Al fucking Al. All of these big tours you see, Al is Al Heyman. That's why Floyd came on and said, I'm the greatest entertainer to ever live. I'm gonna be real. God did. I'm gonna be real. Turkey ass. I don't. No, he probably got the right intentions, but he don't know what he doing. Like, you got Bud in your corner. Bud going to just talk all this dumb shit. You should have really. If I was Turkey should have sat down with Al Heyman, Mayweather, or Oscar De La Hoya from the beginning. You know what I mean? How he taking boxing though, like how what he's trying to do in boxing is corny. It's corny as shit. Like, you see the Undisputed Game, he come out with a belt. Like, man, that Undisputed Game look like a fucking bootleg fight night. That shit like a bootleg fight night. But like I said, Al Heyman was doing that shit, man. Al Haymon was doing that shit, or he should have sat with Don King or Bob Arum. Like, you really got to sit down with the big dogs. Don't sit down with these fighters that's not pay-per-view stars and want you to force that they pay-per-view stars. And then when you throw on a big event in California, like a soccer field, that was the wrong move Turkey did. Because if I was Turkey, I would have been smart. I would have been real smart, and I would have took that shit to Omaha. I would have had Madrimal versus Bud in Omaha. Why? And that's why I say with PBC slipped up on Bud. And Bud just at 2016, he should have said fuck Top Rank and went to PBC. Let me get that clear, y'all. Because when he re-signed with Top Rank in 2016, he seen like, yo, y'all ain't making me no pay-per-view star. Y'all ain't giving me these big name fights. And listen, in Omaha, you selling out. Bud selling tickets. Soon, when he became undisputed at 140, y'all should have let him have a fight or two to defend them undisputed titles at 140. It would have catapulted him to a pay-per-view star now. Now in our head, because look, they Top Rank doing it with Inoue, right? You doing it with Inoue, why you couldn't do it with Bud? And you hear it, and you in America. You in America. That shit would have catapulted Bud career. Boom. Now when he would have went to 147, we could have just said, fuck them robbing Pacquiao for the Jeff Horn fight. Pacquiao should have really won that fight, and his first fight at 147 should have been Pacquiao instead of Jeff Horn to collect that WBO title. The reason they gave Jeff Horn that title because Pacquiao was leaving Top Rank and he went to PBC. So they said, oh, that nigga, fuck you. We're going to rape you for that belt. Give it to Jeff Horn. Kudos, Pacquiao. Then Jeff Horn fight Bud. Then, all right, yo, don't. If you resign, we give you a championship fight and make sure you become champion at 140. The WBO. What happened? That's what happened. Shh. And he became champion at 140. He fought Jeff Horn and became champion. Pacquiao not with Top Rank anymore. Now Pacquiao loses the belt. Now he go over where? PBC. Get some fights over there in PBC, right? Who we see him fight? You see the Broner. But Adrian Broner was his first fight over there in PBC, if I'm not mistaken. And then he get Keith Thurman and take the title. You feel me? So that's why I tell people, like, we got to make this shit make sense. And then we get the Ugas fight, right? And Ugas beat Pacquiao. But I'm just giving people the game of how that shit go. But God did. I agree with you. But Turkey, I don't know, man. You know, he buying boxings. He changing a lot of narratives out this motherfucker, man. He changing a lot of narratives out this motherfucker. PBC, like I said, it depends. I know, like they still got Tank. They still got a lot of big dogs over there, you know. PBC got a lot of big dogs. We just got to see how it is, man. Yeah, but I agree with you. You know, you definitely stay away from Turkey, but Turkey not doing what Al Haymon doing. And I mean, when y'all fuck, like when you get a fight with Al Haymon, if I'm not mistaken, it's like an 80-20, 70-30. He helped you build your brand. These other promotional companies is not helping you build your brand. Like Top Rank blackballing Teofimo Lopez. He's bringing y'all business and sponsors and y'all blackballing. You know? But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go charge this phone up. I'll be back later, you know, after the games, and we're gonna talk some sports. Yeah, and I want to get on to another good topic. You know, we're going to go talking about this voting shit, you know what I mean? I don't care who you voting for, but, you know, if it ain't Trump, you a nut. That's how I'm feeling, you know what I mean? It's this big Trumpo over here. We voting for Trump all day over here, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to vote for a president that's only going to help 100 million Americans when there's over 350 million Americans in America, in the United States of America. So, yeah. And you in office now, so everything you're promising, you can't even do it. And y'all got the House, so we ain't trying to hear nothing. And Congress is split, so we ain't trying to hear nothing. All we know that y'all took all our money out of our pockets and sent that shit to Ukraine and sent that shit to Israel. That's what we know. That's what us, the American people, know. So Trump, you got my motherfucking vote. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments about Tim Tszyu bum ass. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. My guy John Legend said, do you think PBC is over? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is PBC over? My guy Urban Legend asks, and I want y'all to let me know in the comments, do you think PBC over? And my guy did want to know that, do y'all think Al Heyman is keeping people away from Turkey, and his only interest is in PBC, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna answer that guy there. I'm gonna say yes. Herb Legend, I'm gonna answer your question. I don't know. You feel me? I'm gonna always keep saying it. I think Floyd Mayweather is Al Heyman. You know, that's what I think. Um, Let me know what y'all think about Abel Mendoza. You know, he's 41-0 with 30 knockouts. He's at 135. He's ranked number 18. Let's see. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna charge this phone up. I'll be back at y'all later. Dollar.